All right, everybody, we are live from the Gemini Podcast. Welcome back. This is the November edition. This is the beginning of November. So, I just want to give everybody time to hop on. I appreciate you all for being here. I'm so thankful for God for allowing us this opportunity. I'm also thankful for our team. Thankful for Melissa for being a great producer and consistent and pushing me. Also, want to thank for the cameraman and everybody else that are handling their business. We appreciate y'all. Right now, we are actually up and going. We are live on several platforms. We are not live on Instagram right now, but we will be eventually figuring that Instagram thing out. But until then, we'll have the video going up on Instagram. But right now, we're live on Facebook. What's up, Facebook? All my family out there, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to Gemini Podcast. What's up, YouTube? This is new for us. I'm digging the YouTube thing. We got the split screens here. We're going on. Things are happening. Look how God is telling us to keep the Gemini podcast going. Keep it going, make it happen, and just do your best. So what we're gonna do is just gonna get in front of the camera. We're gonna make it happen. So some of the things we want to do in the future is we want to bring the live interaction in. We want to be able to have people call us and be able to chat with us. So this will probably be something if you want to jump in on the YouTube, you can go ahead and say something now. That's the best thing. So, I sent some of my traffic over. Let me try to see if I can go live on Instagram real quick and get some traffic over here and be able to bring some people, over here coming to the Gemini podcast. Let's see if Instagram will let me pull some people over here. So Facebook, if you hear me, if you ain't getting a clear understanding, come on over to YouTube. Mike Glenn Jr. Instagram, we got you trying to come in, but we're pulling you. All right. YouTube, this is our check-in. Y'all make sure y'all stay in tune. Instagram, need y'all to go live. YouTube right now. Mike Glenn Jr. Peace. All right. Formalities are done. Now, let's go right into our program. Today is a very special day. Today is Monday, November the 7th, 2022. It has been a long time coming to this day. Today is Election Day Eve, the day before Election Day. I started out this year in January running for office, running for the Georgia State Senate. So my January and my beginning of the year kicked off hard. And we went for almost 6 months, just straight campaigning. And so this last 6 months has been a little bit relaxing, trying to get my life back and things like that. But I'm also in tune. I'm so in tune because I understand how important it is. So if a person like myself can understand how important politics is, then we got to start trying to convey the message to our other brothers and sisters of all races, genders, ethnicities, cultures, everything. We got to start, educating each other on policy, legislation, and how it affects us. Before we had so many people that said that, my vote don't count or this doesn't affect me or I don't vote. I seen a brother today actually while I was at a restaurant. I was going inside and I was talking to this lady and we were having a conversation and she brought up, she said, "Do you vote?" I said, "Lady, you just don't know who you're standing next to." I said, "Of course I vote." And we went into a good conversation and she was like, "Man, I had these friends." She was an older lady, so she was like, "I had these friends that have been my friends forever. They are dear friends of mine." And she said that we had a conversation and I asked them, "Do they vote?" They said, "No, they don't vote." And she said she almost hit the floor. She almost had a stroke. And she was serious because she was so adamant about her ancestors going to vote and what it meant to her that she is almost, ready to rethink the friendship based on those decisions. And so some that I want to say that, some people may say that's overboard, but I want to say that's good pressure, because that's good pressure based on um, her telling them like, hey, look, you got to get it together. Like, I want you to be able to exercise your voice. I don't want you to be able to be in a position where you're not exercising your voice, but you always got an opinion. Like, those are the biggest people that we be like, man, come on, man. You got such an opinion, but you're not voting. So let me tell you something about voting. The gas tax, we just experienced that in Georgia when the current governor decided to suspend the gas tax. These things are politically motivated. The district attorneys, the solicitor generals, the police chiefs, the school superintendents, the school boards, the tax collector, the sheriff, the I said the district attorney already, the judges, the superior court judges, the chief magistrate judges, the uh, school board, your local city councilman, county commissioner, um, your United States representative, your state rep, your United States senator, your state senator, your mayors. You see what I'm saying? There are so many layers to this thing that affect all of us and everything that we do on a daily basis. And so we got to be able to understand our bottom line, economics. We got to start paying attention to that. We also got to start paying attention to our mental health. These things are all politically regulated. So you see how I touched on a couple of points that just bring us to an understanding of how it may affect us, so that we can't say that it doesn't affect me or it's not. We all just experienced a pandemic. Unless you were born this year, we all experienced a pandemic. And through that pandemic, we understood more about political powers and things that are going on in our world that we may or may not have the option to change if we sit down. So I'm thankful for moments like that, at the age that I am, to be able to have a chance to be able to just look at the world from a totality and to understand how much politics meant to me, how much politics means to my family and our existence going forward. So with that whole spiel, election day is tomorrow. Let me tell you who to vote for. Excuse me. Let me give you some choices. We're somewhat biased, but we're not. But we want to be nonpartisan to an understanding. But we want to also let you know I'm gonna stand for Stacey Abrams at governor, uh, Lieutenant Governor Charlie Bailey, Attorney General Jen Jordan, Secretary of State B. Wynn, um, uh, Georgia Labor Commissioner William Bodie, Georgia Insurance Commissioner Janice Laws, Georgia's School Superintendent Alicia Thomas Searcy. What else do we have on the state that I am missing? We had everybody has their respective United States Congressman districts, as well as your state House districts. If there's a challenger from the Republican side, you also have your state senator, your state representative, and some city council. In the city of South Fulton, we have a District 7 city council seat. So make sure you pay attention to that. You have Linda Pritchard and Drew the Man over there. Linda Pritchard has been a friend of mine. She's been running for a very long time, and she's determined. And that's determination that we need. It's a public servant that is going to get out there and continue to work for the people. So again, election day is tomorrow. SOS.gov. You can go on that website, put your information in, and find out where you go to vote for, where you go to vote at. Simple as that. You got to find out where you go to vote so you won't have any excuses and you'll make time to get there. Create a voting plan. Thank you. All right. So today is November the 7th, meaning that we are 6 days in since Atlanta Medical has closed their doors. So horrible. Very bad. I really don't know how to touch on this at the moment because it's upsetting, because of the people that are being affected by this, whether it be the patients, whether it be the employees, the future patients. Who knows? We may have had to go to Atlanta Medical Center, formerly known as Georgia Baptist, during an emergency, but that's no longer an option for us in the city of Atlanta. South Fulton Medical Center, where my oldest daughter was born, we no longer have an option to go to. Um, so what is this saying about, Atlanta and us being such a growing city, one of the fastest growing cities in America? Just don't get hurt. We don't want that slogan. Just don't get hurt. We are so grateful and so appreciative of Grady Hospital and the service that they've given to the metropolitan Atlanta area in the state of Georgia and the southeastern region of the United States. We are so thankful for Grady Memorial Hospital for all the times that they've saved our family members. They've saved our fallen first responders. They've saved so many people at Grady Memorial Hospital. We've had so many people born and Grady babies and all those things. But Grady cannot withstand the pressures that's probably about to be put on Grady. So we have to come up with conscientious efforts and plans to be able to put forth not just talking, but action towards getting a medical facility, things that we need in equity in our community, period. Equity. Equity means that we deserve a medical facility in our area. Equity means that everybody in their area deserves a medical facility, or at least be in proximity to one. So where if we get hurt, we're not worried about, oh, I may not die from my injury per se, but I may die because I didn't get to an emergency medical facility in time. In this Atlanta traffic, come on. We got to get better. We got to do better, people. Politics regulates all these things. So when you're mad at the ambulance because they got to go through traffic and get there, know that your vote would have counted to make a difference in that. Thank you. I'm so glad I had the opportunity to tie that in. Okay. So right now on my screen, what I'm looking at is I see a lot of stuff going on. And you know what? Who all remembers that case? Oh no, first of all, let me go straight into it. Let me give a shout out and a moment of silence for my brother Takeoff for not being here anymore with us. No, I'm such a proud Atlanta native. I'm such a proud ATLian. You know what I'm saying? I'm so Atlanta that it runs out of my soul. It runs out of my ears. It runs out of my body, my mouth. It's just, I love this city so much. And I love to see the talented young brothers that this city produces in music. We've had this music title for a while now. And it's not just by coincidence. It's by this city is bringing, it's birthing a lot of talent because we have a lot of expectations. Because when the South took the crown back in the day, you know what I'm saying, we weren't letting it go. And so now these guys have continued the legacy. And I'm so appreciative of all the young artists in Atlanta, the artists that have come before these guys, Migos, Lil Baby, Young Thug, Gunna, Rallo, Lucci, T.I., Young Dro, 2 Chainz, Ludacris. The list can continue, to R&B, to rap, to everybody who just Outkast, Goody Mob. Don't forget the Dungeon Family. It's just the list will be, it's so long. But we got to start protecting these brothers, man. We got to start protecting our brothers and sisters. We got to start protecting each other as a whole. I'm in private security, and just to be honest, a little bit of money in certain situations would have saved some lives. So we got to, start encouraging these people to get professional security. Don't just get anybody just because they say they're a shooter. Then you got untrained situations where you got innocent bystanders that are losing their lives based on being around shooters. So we got to do better with that. It doesn't cost that much, believe it or not. We start going up on our prices and all that. People's like, oh man, huh? But we the first line of defense for you all. We the first person that you're gonna expect to run to the bullshit. We the people that you're gonna expect to go forth. We're putting on these bulletproof vests. We're not making enough money to really put our lives on the line. This is our job, so we know what we signed up to do. But at the same time, we're also in a sense of how we have to put proactive measures in place. Sometimes you don't want to wait till something happens. Sometimes you don't want to wait till the shit pop off because it may be too late. But if you put things in place beforehand, then you can now see a difference in the outcome or the results. So if anybody want any security needs, any private transportation, or just simply want to be secure with how you're moving around, contact us at palladiumeventmanagement.com. You can find us on Instagram at Palladium Event Management 2. You can find us on Instagram at Mike Glanton 2. You can find us on Facebook at Michael Glanton. So we're not hard to find. If you want to be proactive, just make it happen. And let's start protecting each other and start keeping each other in a realm where we're understanding. So who got student loan checks? Okay, next subject. So I think they said, what happened to them just putting the money in the account, taking care of the loan? We told y'all shouldn't have gave us no money. They gave them folks the money back in the day. Donald Trump gave us a lesson that when they gave us all that money, now you're telling me we're gonna just issue out checks? So the colleges are upset because they thought they were gonna get paid. They was like, man, we finally about to get our money back. Now, they ain't getting no money back because now they're giving checks away. Now we're in a different situation, Charlie. So what can we do now? Because they want to give us student loans and we want to be able to get our student loans wiped away. But they want to give us checks. No, it's not going to work.